Boomi provides an integration cloud. So as cloud providers and enterprises are looking at their cloud strategy and moving to the cloud, we help them address the problem of integration, specifically application integration and data integration. And I'll give some examples of what we mean by that. But integration is this problem that's been around for decades, and what we do is focus on and provide a product that answers the question of how is cloud impacting that traditional integration problem. So that's been the focus and the offering, and it's a pure cloud experience. There's no software or anything you download. And basically, how it works is you build, deploy, and manage your integrations from the cloud, and then you can run those integrations that you built anywhere. So you can run them in public cloud, private cloud, on-premise, and directly connect the applications that you're looking to integrate. Typically, in terms of what are the problems we're solving, typically we're automating some business process or doing some sort of data integration and standardization. So a good example would be lead to cash. So if you think about lead to cash, you've got people that come to your site and they start looking around, and then they decide, I want to download a white paper, and so now they've identified themselves on your site as a person, a lead. And so then they have more engagement on the site, and they say, oh, I want to learn more. They become a prospect, and so they go from a marketing automation system into CRM. Then that person decides, I want to buy something, so now they become a customer. So now they go from CRM to sales order and a customer record in ERP. And then they need help, they need support. So now they open support tickets, and they need those tickets answered. And so, that's a simplified example, but that lead to cash to customer success, life cycle, that might be 2, 3, 5, 10, dozens of applications that are in that chain of applications. And Boomi sits in the middle of all those applications. So we are not CRM, but we integrate the data within CRM. So, when that lead goes to CRM, and the CRM data goes into the ERP, when the ERP data goes into the support system, Boomi is providing that integration. Also, a lot of data integration. So, as your business processes are being automated, tangential to that is some sort of business intelligence or analytics initiative, where you need to take that transactional data and that master data and load it into typically a data warehouse. So Boomi will power that as well. So all of that I just described, that's something people have been thinking about and solving for decades. What Boomi does is focuses on companies that are doing that as a cloud architecture. So they've got a lot of on-premise IT and applications, and they're beginning to move applications to the cloud. So they're in this hybrid model. Boomi connects any combination of cloud, SaaS to on-premise, SaaS to SaaS, and solves that problem I was just describing with a cloud-based solution. So we're thinking through things like the security of the data. So now that data is transiting between, in the legacy world, everything was behind your four walls, quote unquote. So you're dealing with moving data between your own applications. Now you're dealing with moving data from your applications to cloud-based applications. And so how do you enforce encryption and manage a centralized security policy? Those are kind of simple examples of fundamental things that have to be part of cloud integration that we focused on. Some examples of customers. We work with companies of all sizes, from 100 employees to Fortune 1000. So like a lot of cloud providers, we're pretty effective at scaling to small business and all the way up to large enterprise. So there's this really interesting segment of customers that are you'd sort of consider the mid-market, that don't have a lot of, I'll call it, shackles of on-premise legacy software, so they're able to be more nimble. And they're doing very, very cloud-driven IT environments where the majority of their IT is running in the cloud. So companies like Panasys that does high-end storage, scalable storage solutions. They use Boomi to integrate Salesforce.com, Concur, Marketo, Coupa, GoToMeeting with on-premise Microsoft Dynamics GP and some homegrown systems, as well as some trading partners for outsourced manufacturing. Enterprise BP that provides nonprofit support for housing communities uses Boomi to integrate. Salesforce.com, also Microsoft GP, and a number of applications that they're building on the Force.com platform, and also PeopleSoft as well. So that's sort of your cloud-centric IT environment. That tends to be mid-market. They have IT, they have sophistication. They don't have as much of that on-premise shackles leaving them behind. And then in large enterprise, we'll see enterprises using Boomi, maybe divisionally connecting things. So for example, a WebMD or JP Morgan, customers that have marketing automation and CRM, and they need to integrate that lead data together. Those would be examples of customers in that segment. So again, we sort of see it across the spectrum. So that's kind of who we are and what we do. And I guess the final commentary I'd make, as I alluded to in the beginning, we are a core part of Dell's cloud strategy. And a recent example of that would be Dell Cloud Business Applications, which launched back in August at Dreamforce, where they're looking at providing a brokerage and aggregation services to deliver to SMB a series of cloud applications that are pre-integrated with analytics and mobile capabilities. And value proposition is you can come to Dell and we provide you the best-in-class CRM, HR, finance, marketing, analytics, mobile. We deliver it for you, integrate it for you. So it's a very compelling solution, particularly for SMB, where Dell is sort of representing these solutions and offerings and ensuring that they're meeting customer needs and then providing the actual delivery. And there's probably a dozen other solutions like that Dell is working on. Cloud is very core to Dell's strategy, and whether it's infrastructure, whether it's application services, like I just said, Boomi plays a role in each of those solutions. And so Dell, that's really what drove the acquisition. Dell felt that it was critical to own and have that cloud integration problem addressed. So that's kind of the strategy there. So to learn more, www.boomi.com is our website. We do have a fully functional 30-day free trial where anybody can sign up and try out and build some integrations, some of the things I've been talking about. And we'd love to have you check it out.